Hi everybody. Happy weekend. Happy first weekend of the year. Welcome to Quarter Inch Seam. I'm Angela. Welcome to my sewing room. I'm glad you came by. So I thought we would just chat a little bit. Chit chat, as they say, while I sew some more. I'm still working on the Diamond Square pattern by Donna Jordan at Jordan Fabrics. Where is it? But I have so many other things I want to talk to you about. So somebody recommended that she had a tutorial on her website, and I think that, or on YouTube or whatever, and I think that's probably how I discovered this. So, and it was easy. Like she made it seem pretty easy. Who knows, for me. So see, that's kind of the same. So I'm gonna sew while we chat. So much stuff, so much going on. Holy camoly, so much going on. Like not just on my block, but just so much in the world. Almost too much to keep the news on sometimes. Do you feel that way? Like Steve and I get a little, I don't know if overwhelmed is the word. My drawer won't stay open. Just, I don't know. There's just a lot. It just seems like my table is so unorganized right now. And that's why I keep starting and stopping talking, because I just don't have, I need 6 more hands. Okay, let's just try and make a little bit of sense of some of this chaos before we get too far down this road today. I don't think I need my clippers. I don't need a pen. Okay, you guys already know I finished Sally Hepworth's The Family Next Door. Really good twist at the end. Didn't really see it coming. She's like, her twists aren't like keep you up at night type twists, but I really like her stuff set in Australia. So that one's done. Okay, there's my pattern. Here's my papers. This goes with this. Oh gosh. Okay, so three lighter ones in the middle. So you just take the fat quarters, and you cut them up. You know, you cut them into strips, 1.5 inch strips, and then you have. Oh my gosh, it'd be better if you didn't go like a year in between sewing these things, because I forget what I'm doing. 3 dark on the top, 3 light in the middle, and then 3 dark at the bottom. And then we're gonna cut them when we get to the cutting part, and see that kind of variation that you create with the fabric. That was the other reason that I thought this would be a good fabric, because you know, you get some really good light stuff in the yellows, and then some darker stuff. But you end up with a lot of strips, and so you gotta kind of you end up with like 200 strips everywhere. Strips. Okay. Last year, which is kind of what started this whole channel, right? We went to Fort Lauderdale, and we went to the American Quilt Show in Fort Lauderdale, and it was in, I think, I want to say either October or February. I can't remember. I think it was February. Anyway, that show's coming back up. So I don't know, maybe Steve and I will I wasn't that impressed with Fort Lauderdale, the city. It's kind of, you know, there's so much partying and stuff that goes on the rest of the year with spring break and stuff. I don't know. It was okay. It was all right. I like Clearwater better. Okay. So let's just get some more strips on here to get the colors right. The other thing I'm finding, I thought maybe I had already set them up, but I didn't, is, I don't know, is trying to figure out a way to keep my strips organized. Like once I lay out the colors that I'm going to use for a particular, you know, for one set, is maybe you just have to, I don't know, maybe I shouldn't be so particular about the colors are the ones that I'm choosing. And I should just, maybe she talks about this in the video. Maybe I should just have like lights, dark, a stack of lights, a stack of darks, a stack of darks, and then just keep grabbing and grabbing and grabbing, and you know, instead of trying to lay them out beforehand, because this is, I've got stuff all over the place. Okay, I got 9. Okay, so we went to the American Quilt Show, and I did their membership. You know, you sign, it's like an annual membership deal, right? And you get all kinds of things, like there's discounts that you get and blah, 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 and you get discounts on stuff at the shows, you know, if you buy stuff from their booth or whatever, and then you get their magazine. And the magazine is cool because it shows you, like, there were so many quilts at the American Quilt Show. I don't know if you guys have ever been to one, but anyway. So now we're just long ways throwing the strips together. So in the magazine, they show you the quilts that have won like awards, and you know, because there's all kinds of quilt contests and things like that. Oh, they're stunning, man. I tell you what, and in person, it's 10 times better. If you've never been to one of their shows, they have like 5 or 6 shows a year. Angela, try and look at what you're doing here. I do that all the time. And I'm not even sitting. I'm sitting all cockeyed. It's just, goodness gracious me. Let's tilt you down so you can see. You want to come a little closer? Bring your chair. Bring your chair a little closer. Oh, there, that's better. That's nice. All right. The problem is I gotta go see the eye doctor. People are like, are you nearsighted or are you farsighted? I don't know, because I have trouble seeing stuff that's certain distance, like certain street signs. Okay, here's the joke. So I have trouble seeing certain street signs, right? So when we're out driving, people say, well, what's the name of that street? And I'm like, I don't know, I can't, the sign is blurry. And so, should you really be driving? Should I really be posting this on social media? Anyway, but I also can't see stuff close up. Like, we went to dinner last night, and thank God it wasn't a dark restaurant, because at least I had the light, but I have to wear my glasses to, you know. Okay, need some comments, because and this just started happening, and it's really, like, the first time I was like, okay, it's not a big deal, let's not panic. Sweater's all bunching up. It's so cold here in Central Florida. Seriously, it was like 57 degrees when and it's noon. My thread's not cutting. My bobbin thread's not cutting. I think I see something. Well, I don't know if that's, again, because I can't see. Okay. I need something smaller. Oh, here. I think there's just some gunky stuff in there. Okay, we're gonna try it again. Maybe the bobbin's just wound weird. Maybe that's what it doesn't like. Maybe the machine, maybe it's the thread I used for the bobbin. I just used white thread. I mean, that doesn't make any sense. I use white thread. Nobody cares what the color is, Angela. It's the type of thread. But anyway, okay, so don't get distracted. So I have been getting the magazine. There is a point to this whole American Quilt Show story. So I've been getting the magazine, and a lot of times the patterns, yeah, they're just not for me. You know, sometimes they're very pretty, but they're super complicated. And you know, I think you girlies know me. It's got to be simple for me, for my brain. So, but when I got the magazine this month, I was thumbing through, and my favorite flower is a tulip. And it had a pattern for, it said Deco TULIPS. Wait till I show you. Now, I don't really care for the rest of the pattern, but the tulips look cool. And it's that same like applique shape thing that I just did with the petals quilt. But it's these really cool looking tulips. And I thought, man, I think I could do this. Like, I really think I could do it. So what I was thinking, and I want to ask your opinion, is I wonder if I could just not do the rest of the quilt, which I don't really find all that attractive, and do the whole quilt in these kind of funky Art Deco tulips. I thought it would be cool. And I think I could make it really cool because I have so much fabric that... Here's my problem. You look at the... Which one, Angela? Right? I know. Be nice. Ha! I think the wobbin. I think the wobbin just wasn't in there right. I think the bottom just wasn't in there right. I think it wasn't seated right. Okay. So, what's going on in your world? What are you working on? I'm trying to see down into your sewing machine. Very cool. I hope you're making something fun. Or something, or just something. Right? So, let me show you these tulips. Okay, so this is the magazine. It's the American Quilter. And this one is January of this year. So January 2025 in that edition. And it's Deco Tulips by Robin Kohler. Deco Tulips by Robin Kohler. And see, that's the quilt. Do you see the quilt? And like this stuff here, that's not really me. It's an Art Deco, you know, modern type thing. It's not me. But look at the tulips. See the tulips in there? See the tulips in there? And then, here's what I was thinking. Here's the pattern for the tulips. See? So you just, you use this to cut your pattern, your, paper out, and then you trace it onto the fusible paper, and then you, right, put it on the fabric and cut it out. But I was thinking, like, couldn't I do a whole quilt with these? That'd be kind of fun. And if you noticed on the actual quilt, did you see how they did that? They flipped them. Like one up, one down, one up, one down. Did you see that? See? One's up, one's down, one's up, one's down. I think that would be fun. I'm going to try it. So, in 2029, when I'm done with these other quilts, we're definitely doing that. Okay. All right, so what else is going on? So, family drama. Not my household family, but my extended family. I mean, it's not really my extended family, like my mom and my siblings and... Oy. So much. Phone calls back and forth, and this is what this person said. I don't have time for drama. I just don't. I have enough stress. I don't know about you, but I have enough stress in my life. And that stuff, I hate that kind of stuff for all kinds of reasons. But I don't like when people feel bad. I don't like when people feel bad. I don't like when I feel bad. And so I don't like when other people feel bad. And I don't like when things happen to make other people feel bad or things are said. I don't like it. I don't like it. So that's what makes that kind of stuff a little bit hard on me, because, everybody's like, we have to be honest. I know, but sometimes I don't see that. I try to find value in, you know, before you're just mean to somebody. Is there some value to what you're saying, or are you just trying to be mean? Because if you're just trying to be mean, then scroll on. Anyway, okay. So I'm really enjoying this one because we can chat, you know, while I sew these strips together. 200 of them. I'm hoping that next week, so I think we're going to go out a little bit later, and I think if we pass a fabric shop, and since I'm the one that usually does the navigation, I think we'll pass a fabric shop. Although when Steve does the navigating, we always manage to pass a Home Depot. So, I'm hoping to figure out a background fabric for this, because, like, I will say this, not having the background fabric has kept me focused on getting the strips sewn together, because if not, and I had the background fabric, I would totally be wanting to cut one and make the first square, but this kind of keeps me focused on getting the strips done. Just finish the strip sets, Angela. Okay, now, what's the next thing I wanted to tell you? Okay, so I finished that book, and now I'm reading, I do this all the time. I stick important papers and things that I don't want to lose. I stick them in my book, because my book's always with me. Important papers, like reminders and things that I need to do, like for work. I stick them in my book, because I always have my book with me. Okay, so I'm reading The Good Sister by Gillian McAllister. I really like Gillian McAllister. She wrote I think it's called Wrong Place, Wrong Time. Good Sister. Yeah, okay. It doesn't tell me in here. Okay, anyway. I think that's the other one that she has, is Wrong Place, Wrong Time. Anyway, very good author. Stuff's based in Britain or the UK, which I really like, but The Good Sister, that's what I'm reading right now. And since this is the end of really holiday break and all that kind of stuff, when I'm not sewing right now, the next day or two, I'm going to try and get some reading in. I have some office work to do, so I'm not totally stressed out when I go back to my office on Monday. Go back to my office down the hall. Actually, from my sewing room, it's right next door. Okay, what else? Gosh, prayers for, I think I just mentioned this. So much going on in the world. Like, prayers for all those poor people in New Orleans. God. For the people in Vegas. So much stress in the world, you know? So much stress. So much stuff going on, and it just so much stress over, you know, so much. I don't know. It's a confusing world to live in right now. And I guess all generations feel that way, but it just feels like there's an immense amount of stress and bad things that happen. Anyway. Okay, so I'm trying to keep, like, one side, obviously, even. So, oops. Okay. So, bobbin fixed. Yeah, it was a bobbin problem. I think it was just, I think it hadn't wound, or, you know, I hadn't set it in there correctly, so it wasn't cutting. And now it's cutting beautifully. Yahoo! And I like that quilt. I like that tulips quilt idea. Maybe I will start picking the fabric out for that. You crazy, girl. You crazy. But I do want to finish this one because I've had this bag of strips for over a year, and I really want to get this one done because I think it's going to be really pretty. I think it's just going to be really bright and fun, and yeah. And then the other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to redo my heart. Yeah, I'm going to redo it. I might finish that one just as a little, I don't know, I could hang that somewhere just for the holidays, you know, for Valentine's Day or whatever, or just, you know, in here. But I want to do another heart wall hanging that I like better, because that one is, I didn't like the way I ended up putting the colors together, which is really hard. No matter how much I stress over it and try to prepare ahead of time, once I start sewing, I don't know, it just, like, the part of it always manages to fail me. So I dug out this, and then I also wanted to do some little heart. I wanted to do some heart mug rugs. Angela. Mug rugs for around the house, and then maybe send some to my mom. And I have this little heart. Can you see how adorable this is? It's so cute. Just these tiny little hearts. And so I think I might use this for that and to do the other. Okay, so what are you working on? What are you sewing today? It's very cold here in Florida. It was like in the 30s last night. And like, it was like 57 today when I went outside. So we're all bundled up. I'm sorry. I shouldn't say things like that, because some of you live where it's like minus 12 degrees or 20 degrees or 10 degrees or whatever. And it makes us look like wimps, which we are. That's why we live in Florida, because we can't handle the weather. So I'm all bundled up for today, and I'm going to sit and sew for a little bit. Tell me what you're working on. Tell me what project, and tell me what you think about the tulip idea. Tell me what you think about the tulip idea, about scrapping, not doing the pattern the way that they have it with the middle, those middle weird shapes, and just doing all tulips. It would be a lot of work, I think, but I don't know, maybe I could do tulips and do something different in the middle, or I don't know. Oh, I was just having an idea. When it finishes baking, I'll share it with you in my next video. Okay, I think that's it for right now. I'm just going to keep sewing these strip sets. Thanks for coming by and chatting. And as always, you know, you can pull up a chair. But don't forget, only a 1/4 inch seam. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and share if you know somebody else that might like to come by and sit down and chat for a few minutes and sew or read or knit or crochet or whatever, or just sit and chat. Invite them. Love you guys. Bye. So first, we're going to take